startup update. On the startup side, things are moving very slowly. Still, there is no contract signature meetings in view. We are waiting and waiting and waiting when we are going to sign the contract. There are 2 more weeks left before the beginning of the program, and we are still in the limbo. However, last week we had a call with the accelerator program and with the jury put together by the Senate of Berlin, and I had to present my pitch as usual, 2 minutes presentation of the pitch and 7 to 8 minutes Q&A about my idea and business model, etc, etc, etc. This went really well. This pitch went really well. I cannot say that I was super prepared for this, but whatever. This is done, this is done. I got verbal approval from the director of the program, and now I am waiting and waiting and waiting. So startup is happening soon. Another update connected to the startup, I am playing around with HeyGen to create content for my startup. One of the parts of my idea of the startup is mini courses. I am talking about different side effects and challenges that women after breast cancer encounter once they are done with the active treatment, such as how to get back to work, how to get used to your new body, how to understand your moods, how to date after breast cancer and stuff like that. So in order to, first of all, automate the content creation, and second, to learn about AI, I bought a monthly subscription to HeyGen, and I am generating my personal avatar. I'm going to show you a little clip, maybe one video clip of what I have produced, and you're going to tell me whether you like it or not. To me, it sounds a little bit spooky because this avatar looks like me and has quite good gestures and mimics. What I also like, actually, my newly acquired British accent. Hello. I wish I could speak like my avatar, but maybe in the future I will be training myself on my avatar. That's the future, but actually the future is now. So please enjoy this short clip from one of my mini courses and let me know what you think.
Hi beautiful souls, I'm Inna, the heart and founder behind Spark and Heal, a community dedicated to women affected by breast cancer. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome you to our very first mini course, a journey that's incredibly close to my heart.
With the arrival of autumn, drop in temperature and gloomy weather outside, my mood has been also taking a dip. I've been very nostalgic for the last 10 days, thinking about my life, such as living conditions, the place where I'm living, people I'm meeting, activities I'm doing. I try to reframe everything that is happening with me, the impact that I create to the world, value that I'm bringing to myself actually every day, like everything from my interactions, and I became a little bit nostalgic. First of all, it made me thinking about the place where I live. I live in a little studio, which is maybe by somebody's standard is not small. I live in a 42 square meters, but for me it's a little bit little because of all of the hobbies that I have. And First of all, I require a little bit more space for everything I do, like for instance yoga and sewing and drawing and cooking. I have a very tiny kitchen over there. I have a big table, but every time I need to engage into one of my hobbies, I always need to clean the table, and then it takes time to unpack, like for instance my son. The apartment I'm living does not make me happy, even though I feel cozy here. It's objectively a nice space which I like, but ideally I don't want to be here. And it also brings me to thinking about the city I live in Berlin. It's also not my cup of tea. The city does not have the vibe that goes with me. It's a little bit more hostile that I would like to, and people are not particularly friendly. I mean, when you go on the street and connect with like random people. And then Berlin is famous for this alternative techno music scene and also a particular type of arts. It attracts a particular type of people, and while I enjoyed it during my first years here, now I think I'm over it, and I'm definitely overstayed in Berlin, and for now I'm thinking about moving somewhere else. Which brings me to another reflection. Germany is the 10th country in which I lived. In 3 of these 10 countries, I lived less than 6 months. So take it or leave it. You can consider that I didn't live enough in those places. However, some statistics says that when you move to a new place, you lose between 12 and 18 months, the time that it takes you to establish your routines, to settle up, to do all the admin stuff, find an apartment, then move in, furnish the apartment, get your bearings and stuff like that. So it takes between 12 and 18 months. And I can definitely relate to that. So even though we take these 3 countries out of the picture, then the other 7 countries, okay, my home country, we don't actually count, then we take 6 countries. And I actually feel that these 6 years, or we can say between 6 and 10 years, depending how you count, but I definitely feel that this time was somehow taken away from me, even though on the flip side there are of course a lot of advantages of moving places. So if I'm now 44 and if I remove 10 years of my life, then actually I'm on the same level than people in their mid-30s in terms of having my roots, network, personal and professional, routine, and stuff like that. And actually I really feel it, especially when I stay for a longer time in a country. I look at my peers, I see the connections that they have from school, from university, from their first work experiences, and then me coming, like, you know, I have this image of Google Maps. When you have Street View, you have this little yellow creature, person, that you drag with your mouse and then you drop anywhere in the map. That's exactly how I feel. I'm dropped in this country and I'm looking around and I'm making my way exactly like this little person on Google Maps. Moving is my choice. I have this nomadic lifestyle by choice. I'm conscious about the downside of this lifestyle. I cannot help it. I cannot help moving. On one side, I want to establish roots, but on the other side, I'm still feeling curious and wanderlust, and I want to explore more and more. And I feel like for now I would like to live in another 5 countries maybe. I would really like to live in Kenya for some reason, and Oman, and 3 other countries. I don't know. We'll see what these countries will be, but I'm still living in Germany. I'm already fantasizing about other places. But I know for sure that before the end of next year, 2025, I will not be in Berlin because I really feel like I overstayed here. I planned to leave a few years back, but then COVID happened, and then breast cancer happened, and then I stayed and stayed and stayed, and it's almost like I'm grappling to these reasons to stay, but objectively I have to go. And now I have this startup and accelerator program, and I'm now holding to that, but I will definitely go. I have 1 year of the program, and after that I will say goodbye to Berlin. And this autumn weather made me nostalgic about the roots that I don't have, the friends, like long-term friends in one place that I don't have, because all of my friends are scattered all around the world and mainly Europe, but where I live I have very few close connections. I don't have a group of girlfriends. This is really something that I feel jealous about when I see other girlfriends, women. I've never traveled with a group of girlfriends, and I've never actually had a group of girlfriends with whom I can travel to start with. So these little things that others have, I feel like I'm really missing, and having this network of close people and not so close people that are growing and evolving with you. So this what I've been nostalgic about. And because I had been moving for so long and to so many different places, I have very little things which have been moving with me. Some of the kitchen stuff I take with me, like plates and mugs, but the bigger stuff, like furniture and bed sheets, stupid things like that, I always leave behind. Being nostalgic about all of this makes me really long for home, long for a nest, for an anchor, a place where I can always come back to. With this in mind, I took a lot of my dishes, or whatever amount of dishes I have, and I want to share with you going down some memory lane, remembering all the countries where I lived, and just to remember some of the moments from the past. And just to give you a quick idea how I moved, so I was born in Ukraine, then I moved to France. From France, I moved to Spain for my Erasmus, then I returned to France. After this was Ireland, Singapore, Japan, UK, Ireland again, then Israel, Thailand, and Germany. And in Singapore, Thailand, and Germany, I lived less than 6 months in each. In the UK, I lived less than a year, but all other places I lived for quite some time now. So please enjoy my plate collection. And because summer is over, I did a little bit of autumn cleaning in the apartment. And because summer is over, and during this transition period I felt like I needed some autumn cleaning. So I looked at my wardrobe, I looked at majority of my clothes, and I will do a little demo. I'm just putting on my clothes and showing you what I'm keeping or what I'm going to get rid of and what I'm going to recycle. I hope that this format you will also enjoy. So I now set here as a talking head, and the second part of the video will be my visual diary. Again, hope you enjoy it and see you in the next video. Bye! you.